To survivor, break the silence. In the depths of silence, a voice emerges. A voice that says, "You are not alone." Welcome to Survivor, where strength rises through shared stories, where pain transforms into resilience, where survivors connect and empower each other. Your story matters. Your voice matters. You matter. Join the movement. Subscribe now. Welcome to Survivor. Survivor.
Welcome to another episode of Survivor. So this episode is about when the truth hurts to see. What happens when awareness hurts? For many survivors, seeing the brutal truth of domestic violence is like ripping open a wound that they have spent years trying to close. But sometimes those truths, even though they're raw and horrific, graphic in nature and in stories, they are exactly what the world needs to see to finally understand. In today's episode of Survivor, we address a deeply honest question about why we choose to show all. This is one of those things that are torn between protecting their peace and the telling of the truth. So we got an email in that said, "Hi, Survivor. I've been following your page for a while, break the silence, and I appreciate the work you do. But lately, I've seen more and more posts that are really graphic, stories of women and children being murdered, pictures, intense language, even with trigger warnings. It is hard to see. As a survivor, I find myself getting re-triggered by some of those posts, and I know others feel the same. I totally get that domestic violence is brutal, but do we have to post the most horrific parts to raise awareness? Can't we tell the story without all the pain? Thank you, overwhelmed and conflicted." So, I just want to say, first off, thank you for your question, right? You're not alone in feeling this way. And I want you to know that I hear you and I see you and I understand far more than you may know, because I'm not only a survivor myself, but as the mother and grandmother whose daughter and grandchild were murdered because of domestic violence, I feel that conflict myself. So when we post these stories, they're not just headlines to me. They are very personal. And yes, I'll be honest, it hurts to see them too. Sometimes very deeply down to my soul. But I also know that if we don't show the raw truth of what domestic violence really looks like, we risk people forgetting just how dangerous silence can be. We don't share graphic content to just shock people. We share it because this is the reality for far too many lives that end up without warning, without protection, without justice. Trigger warnings do matter. We include them and give people a choice. You never have to read or watch anything that threatens your healing. Protect your peace. That's powerful. I have to protect my peace sometimes as well. But sugarcoating the truth will not save lives. We refuse to soften the brutality of domestic violence just to make it easier to scroll past. Because if we don't speak it out boldly and loudly and honestly. Who will? Who will? You're not overreacting by being triggered. And we're not overreacting to refuse to hide these stories. We're all just trying to survive and create change. And that's what Survivor to Survivor is really about. Navigating this tension with honesty and compassion and doing it together. So we want you to know we love you. We love your fire, your determination. We love if you need to protect yourself at this time because it's too triggering. So there's no shame in stepping back when content gets too heavy or scrolling past. But let's be clear, the raw truth of domestic violence must be seen, because every time we tell the stories, we honor lives lost, we might just save someone who is still living in silence. And that's the ultimate goal. So, want to ask your question? Please email us at any time at podcast@breakthesilencedv.org. Until next time, remember, your story matters, your voice matters, and you matter. This is Survivor to Survivor, and together we can break the silence.